Hello everyone. My name is Mysterious Man and welcome to Timeless Tales. 16th century Mughal era. Hindustan, Lahore, now in Pakistan. The story of Prince Salim, later Jahangir, and Anarkali. Is Jahangir and Anarkali's story true? Why was Salim not allowed to marry Anarkali? What is the end of Salim Anarkali's love story? Did Akbar have a child with Anarkali? We'll be exploring these questions in depth, so make sure you stay connected. No incident in the history of Mughal India enjoys so much popularity as the royal romance of Prince Salim, later Jahangir, and Anarkali. It is believed that the original name of Anarkali was Nadira or Sharfanisa and that she received the name or the title of Anarkali, literally meaning pomegranate bud, for her beauty. The love story of Salim and Anarkali is a story that every lover knows. The Mughal Prince Salim falling for a courtesan Anarkali is the stuff that legends are made of. The relationship of Salim and Anarkali outraged the Mughal Emperor Akbar so much that both father and son decided to go on war. According to legend, Salim, the son of the great Mughal Emperor Akbar, fell in love with a beautiful courtesan named Anarkali as a young prince that he was mesmerized by her beauty and fell in love as soon as he saw her. But Anarkali was a mere dancing girl, and dancing girls were not of noble birth. They were considered to be low-born and keeping any relation with them were lewd dao and strictly prohibited by the society. Anarkali knew that their romance was forbidden in the eyes of the prince's father, Mughal Emperor Akbar. So she tried to keep away from Salim. But how could she hold herself back from the prince's charms for long? Love knows no rules, and soon Anarkali too was deeply in love with Salim. Later, Prince Salim informed his father, Akbar, of his intention to marry Anarkali and make her the empress. The problem was that Anarkali, despite her fame in Lahore, was a dancer and a maid and not of noble blood. But such an intense love can't be concealed forever. The emperor could not digest the fact that his son was in love with an ordinary courtesan. He started pressurizing Anarkali and devised all sorts of tactics to make her fall in the eyes of the young, love-smitten prince. When Salim came to know of this, he declared a war against his own father. But the mighty emperor's gigantic army proves too much for the young prince to handle. He gets defeated and is sentenced to death. This is when Anarkali intervenes and renounces her love to save her beloved from the jaws of death. She is entombed alive in a brick wall right in front of her lover's eyes. It is, however, said that she did not die. The tomb was constructed on the opening of a secret tunnel unknown to Salim. It is said she escaped through that tunnel and fled the place, never to return again. The heartbroken Salim lives on to become Emperor Jahangir. Of the two dates, the first is believed to be that of the execution of Anarkali and the second one as the date of the erection of the tomb. But this supposition cannot be correct because Akbar was not at Lahore in 1008 Hijri. He had already left it for Agra in 1007 Hijri, in November 1598. So the story about Anarkali being buried alive by the orders of Akbar cannot be correct. The earliest writers to report the love affair of Salim were two British travelers, William Finch and Edward Terry. William Finch reached Lahore in February 1611, only 11 years after the supposed death of Anarkali, to sell the indigo he had purchased at Bayana on behalf of the East India Company. His account, written in early 17th century English, gives the following information: in the suburbs of the town, a fair monument for Prince Daniel and his mother, one of the Akbar's wives, with whom it is said Prince Salim had a liaison. Anarkali was named Sharfan Nisa at birth. Anarkali became a courtesan in the court of Mughal Emperor Akbar. As a courtesan, she was also a mistress of Akbar. According to Finch's account, she had a son named Daniel Mirza who was almost surely the illegitimate son of Akbar. Upon the notice of the affair, King Akbar caused the lady to be enclosed within a wall of his palace, where she died. The king Jahangir, in token of his love, ordered a magnificent tomb of stone to be built in the midst of a walled four-square garden provided with a gate. The body of the tomb, the emperor willed to be wrought in work of gold. Anarkali was named Sharf-un-Nisa at birth. Anarkali became a courtesan in the court of Mughal Emperor Akbar. As a courtesan, she was also a mistress of Akbar. She had a son named Danayal Mirza who was almost surely the illegitimate son of Akbar. Is Jahangir and Anarkali's story true? The existence of Anarkali in real life is debatable. To support their point, historians point to Jahangir's autobiography, Tuzak-i Jahandari, which has no mention of any woman named Anarkali. There is also no mention of her in Akbarnama, a book written by Emperor Akbar's friend and biographer Abul Fazl. What happened to Akbar's son Danayal? He was very fond of horses and elephants and had once requested Akbar for gifting him his favorite horse, which Akbar obliged to. He died from problems relating to alcoholism at the age of 32, predeceasing Akbar by 7 months. This painting depicts the Mughal Emperor Jahangir, 1569 to 1605, and his 20th and favorite wife, the Persian widow Nur Jahan, 1577 to 1645. Her moniker or title meant Light of the World, which Emperor Jahangir gave to her 5 years after they married. How was Jahangir died? He went from Kabul to Kashmir but decided to return to Lahore because of a severe cold. On the journey from Kashmir to Lahore, Jahangir died near Bimber on October 29, 1627. To embalm and preserve his body, the entrails were removed. These were buried inside Bagsar Fort near Bimber in Kashmir. Thus ends the tragic love story of Salim and Anarkali. Even today, these two lovers are remembered by people and held in esteem by lovers all over, such exemplary their love was. Whether real or legendary, this is the essence of the story that has come down to us. This concludes what history tells us, addressing all the questions I outlined at the start. We'll wrap it up here for today. I'll return with another fascinating tale soon, so keep following us.